Hi, I'm Jay and I'm back with another devlog. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded anything besides my quick update in a while, but I was working on another video about story and how to put it into your game, but then I went and decided to rewrite my whole entire story, so I'm back to square one. On the bright side, I finally finished building my world, so I decided to make a third video about world building, because besides Trevor over here, what else do I have to talk about? Not much. So in this video, I'll explain my method for building my world for the third and hopefully last time. So when I say finished building my world, I want to make sure that you all know what I mean. I mean that I'm done laying out the tile map for the world. I'm not done with anything else. Besides Trevor's bar, that's pretty much done as well, but that's besides the point. My plan for the world has changed once more. It started off as a rage game with a massive world, went to a game with a massive world, went to a maze game with a massive world, went back to a game with a massive world, and now we're here. This world is a lot smaller than the other worlds. That's the change I've made this time. A lot smaller. And that's because of the story. Even with the first draft of the story, the world was a lot smaller. Why is that? It's because not all games need a massive world to get by. In fact, I prefer not to have a massive world. Not only is a massive world way harder to build, but it can feel more empty if you don't fill it correctly. Games where there is something interesting on almost every screen feel more immersive. Now, if you have a team of developers that can correctly fill a massive world with that amount of detail, that's good for you. But I'm only one person. That's why I've shrunk my world. I believe that the details are more important than the size of the world. So if I am able to fill my world with those details, that is more important to me than having a big world. Since I now have a smaller world, I can fill it with those details that make the world truly feel alive. Take Trevor, for instance. He's a dinosaur, and his full name is the Trevorsaurus Rex. If I had to build a world as big as Skyrim, I probably couldn't add in that detail. Thankfully, I've scaled it back, and I'm able to add in the little things that make the world more interesting. Secrets, and backstories, and character arcs. Having my world be smaller has also allowed me to craft more unique experiences. Lots of AAA games will end up using the same type of collectibles. Look what's around the corner. It's a shrine. Ooh, another shrine. Huh, what's over here? It's a shrine. Let me guess. On top of the mountain is a shrine. Yeah, it gets old fast. However, since I have a lot less overall content to make to fill my world, that content can be more unique. Take Trevor again. You won't interact with anyone else in the game that's like Trevor. He's one of a kind. Even though the challenges in the shrines are each unique and different, if you find anything interesting in the world, like a labyrinth, you'll know that it just ends with a shrine before you even get close to it. And now, a word from today's sponsor. And today's sponsor is you. As you know, I'm making a video game. If you didn't know that, then you must have been very confused up to this point, so I'm glad I cleared that up. Anyway, making a game is expensive. So I ask you, as today's sponsor, to go to my itch.io page and toss a few bucks my way to help fund my development. Also, while you're there, you can play any of my games that I've already released. Thanks. Now back to the video. I would also like to touch on how I guide exploration in the world. Now, being a more open world game, I want the player to be allowed to go everywhere, but that doesn't mean they will go everywhere unless I force them to. I could make a simple path from point A to point B, but then there isn't a reason to explore anywhere else, so I have to guide the exploration. Take this section, for example. You can see that there's something up there, and so you try to get up. However, you won't be able to make it due to these blocks, so I force you to explore the world to find out how to get there. The solution here is pretty simple, you just make a big loop. But the point isn't for it to be a puzzle, the point is to get players to explore by putting in these tiny roadblocks. The more roadblocks I put in, the more the player has to explore. The thing is that this is a delicate balance between getting the player to see the world and making the game completely linear. Which is why I have an interconnected world. So if you get past one roadblock, that may get you past a bunch of them because of the paths that connect them. Okay, that was a lot of talk about world building, but now we get to the section of the video where I tell you what I've been working on over the past many months since my last upload. First, I now have a Discord. I already mentioned this in the little update, but not many people will have watched it, so I'm mentioning it again. I would definitely recommend joining it if you're interested in my game, because I post updates more regularly. Second, Trevor. Do I have to say any more? No. Third, dialogue system so that you can talk with Trevor. 4th, the hospital. It's just a hospital. 5th, a random screaming potato. And that's it. I don't have much else to say, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out today's sponsor with the link in the description, and I'll see you in the Discord.